Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex and I constantly am posting beauty related videos at the moment, so if you'd like to join my little family here on the internet, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also you might as well put that notification bell on while you're there, just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now, firstly, welcome back to palette week. This is video number 5. It is the last palette week video, if that makes sense, but I do have Jeffree Star cremated and the new like mini controversy palette coming today, so my next video will be another palette review, but obviously the Jeffree Star palette has just come out, so that is why that's going to be my next video. As for today's video, I am finally getting round to testing the Lottie London and Laila Loves, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Yeah, I've had these sitting in my drawer for like ages, for a few weeks now. I think these come out over a month ago. I missed the first launch. They went out of stock. Tried to get them on ASOS, but one was out of stock and I was like, I'm just going to wait for them both to come in stock. Then I pre-ordered them and then they come literally like 3 weeks ago maybe. But I'm finally getting around to trying them for you. I don't have a lot of Lottie London makeup. I have one other palette and that's their other collab they did, the Living My Best Life palette, which I have included that in a video, so if you want to see how that one performs, I'll link the video down below. But yeah, today's video is going to be about these little palettes here. So these are in collaboration with Laila Loves. I'm not too familiar with who she is. I assume she's in like an Instagram. I don't know if she has a YouTube channel or anything. Please let me know down below. But she come out with 2 little palettes. I think she come out with other things as well. I'm not 100% sure. But the main things were these 2 little palettes. This one is called Miami and this one is called Ibiza. So let's jump on into it. So they are like little 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. They have a mixture of like mattes and shimmers in them. This is the Ibiza one. It's more of the pinky orangey palette, and this is what this one looks like. And then the other one is called Miami, and it has the like pop of like neon green in it. These palettes retail for £5.95, so they're super affordable, which we all like on this channel. So I'm going to now go ahead and swatch these and then we can dive into the eye look. So this is the Ibiza palette swatched. Actually really impressed with the pigmentation of these. The shimmer shades feel really like soft and creamy, and the matte shades are quite surprisingly pigmented. And this is the Miami palette swatched. Look how pigmented this neon pink is. I need to use that today. And I love this because it's like a duochrome shade. This neon like green didn't really swatch that good, but apart from that I like all the other shades. Okay, so those are all the swatches. I am actually pleasantly surprised. I think Lottie London do have some really good quality palettes, so I'm excited to see how these perform on the eyes. I am going to incorporate both of these palettes in my eye look today, just so I can use a bit from both palettes. So without further rambling, let's jump on into the eye look. Okay, so I've actually got nothing on my eyelids at the moment. I'm going to go in with my P. Louise base. And speaking of P. Louise, I've got an unboxing coming of their beauty box, which I believe it will be on Wednesday, I think, because I'm going to upload the cremated palette video first and then I'll upload that after. I did, however, not receive the brow products I ordered, which is really annoying, so I was going to kind of wait until then to unbox it, but if it doesn't come in time, I'll just unbox the beauty box and I can incorporate the brow stuff in like an upcoming video. I'm just going to use my favourite brush for blending out like bases, and that's the Morphe Jeffree Star JS11. And I'm just going to pat this on. I just use it to like help make the colours pop a little bit more, because where some of them are like bright and neon-y, sometimes when you don't put a bright enough base on, they don't show up properly. So now this base does actually crease on me, so what I like to do once I've like patted the base in, I do just go in with my finger and kind of just like pat it down just to dry the product down a little bit. But it's just because I've got really creasy eyelids and it's the most annoying thing in the world. Okay, firstly I'm going to take the Ibiza palette and I'm going to take this like orangey shade here. I might build it up with another orange, but I'm going to use that one for now. And I'm just going to put that at the front of my lid. Okay, that is actually really pigmented. And I'm just going to take the tiniest bit of this like yellowy mustardy orange shade, like literally the tiniest bit. I'm tapping off most of it, just blending out the top of that orange. And now I'm going to go in with the Miami palette, and I'm going to have to take this bright neon pink here. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to blend it after the orange. Wow. Just started to blend it down to where my lid is as well. I might have to go back in with that palette just to see if I can blend out the pink more, but I'm going to go back into the IB for one and take this pink here. And again, like the mustardy shade, like the tiniest amount. It's very kickbacky. A lot of these shades I have found are kickbacky, but the quality seems to be there. And I'm going to blend out the top of this pink. I'm going to go back in with the orangey shade I used first and just re-go over where it meets the pink, just so it blends in a little bit nicely. And because pink and orange go really well together, it's not going to look muddy or anything, so that's good. And again, going in with that yesterday yellowy mustard yellow and blending out the top. Perfect. I'm now going to take this purple here from the IB for palette, just on the same brush that I used the pink with, because I'm not going to need any more pink. And I'm just going to slightly deepen up that outer corner. I can go back in with this after I put my cut crease on, but I'm just blending out pink. Okay, so those are all the matte shades on my lid. I now need to cut my crease. Speaking of P. Louise, when I ordered the beauty box, I also ordered their brow stuff and the Mirror Mitchell Acid Rain blank canvas paint. Now I used this for the first time yesterday to cut my crease, and oh my god, this stuff is amazing. It's so much better than the normal bases. If you want a good product to cut your crease with, I definitely recommend this. I've only used it once and it's absolutely amazing. It's got such like thick coverage, it's really easy to use, and it just cuts your crease so well. It's honestly like you're putting minimum effort in. I feel like the normal bases are a little bit thinner in consistency, but this has such amazing coverage. Like, if I just show you, like it comes up in the tube like that. Like, it is thick product, like it is amazing though. So if you struggle with cut creases, this is expensive. I think it's £14.50, but honestly, if you wait for her to do another sale, because she's doing sales all the time, then I definitely recommend picking this up. And for cut creases, I also recommend a brush like this. This is the Real Techniques, oh, it's the accent brush, and it's just got a really small rounded brush on it, so it just helps you be really precise when putting your cut crease on. But I literally just grab product from the tube like this, and we're going to do a half cut crease today. Right, so I've cut my crease, and as you can see, like, I had orange shadow on underneath that, and you cannot see it whatsoever. It's like I wiped it off and just cut my crease normally. That's what I would normally do anyway. With the normal bases, if you cut the crease, the shadow smears everywhere, but with this one, it's got such amazing coverage that you don't need to remove the makeup underneath and then cut the crease. So yeah, I'm just super happy I bought that. It was a total whim moment. This was actually on sale when I bought it. I think it was like £8 something, and then normally like £14.50, so definitely check out their sales. Okay, we're going to go back to the Miami palette because I've actually only used it for this shade, and I really want to use this like duochrome shade. It is absolutely gorgeous. I just feel like it has like a, I don't know, like a bluey shift to it. It's absolutely stunning. So we're gonna put that on. I don't know if you need to wet these or anything. I haven't used these before, obviously. Maybe I need to pat down the base. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do that first actually, because the thing is with P. Louise products, like any cream products on my lid just crease and separate because I've got such creasy eyelids. So I have noticed this colour in the Miami palette as well, which is a really pale pink, and I feel like that will be a good base for the shimmer. So I'm just going to take this on a flat brush and slightly dry down the cut crease shade. It might work for you on like a wet base, but because my eyes are so creasy, it just doesn't work for me. It ends up looking really bad. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with that shimmer down here, and hopefully that will go on a little bit better. Oh, it's got like green and blue reflex. So I've actually had like no fallout so far. It's only this shade that seems to be giving a little bit of fallout, but that's because it's a chunky shade. Don't get me wrong, that has worked. I've definitely got the pigment on my eyes, but just because I want to, I'm just going to take a bit of it on my finger. Honestly, this shade is freaking gorgeous, and just going to add a little bit more. And it's definitely more of like a squishy, can you see that I've like properly dug my finger in there? I'm just going to take a spoolie, and this is my like hack if I ever get glitter specks like over my crease. I just take a spoolie and like just scrape them off, and you have to do like a little bit of at a time, but it honestly works an absolute treat. Oh my god, that is absolutely stunning. I love that shade. Oh my god, it is just so beautiful. I'm now going to go back in with the Ibiza palette and take the purple. That shade actually doesn't have any fallout, which is amazing. And I'm just going to blend out the outer corners. I might have to actually go back in with the shimmer shade and blend that out, because I don't know if that is gonna work, because it's such a thick base. Don't know if that's gonna work, but I'll blend out the edges of it anyway. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. So I am gonna just go back in with that shade that we used, just take a little bit of it on my brush and slightly bring the shimmer over. Okay, that's the best I can do with this side. This side is blended out really nicely. I think it's just my fault where I didn't bring the blank canvas across enough. It was too in a weird shape, but anyway. So now we've done the top lids, we now need to put shades on our lower lash line, and I do want to try and use this like neon green. I'll probably use it at the front of my lid. We'll just use this palette for the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with this shade here first, and I'm just going to put this at the second half of my lid, or lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the neon green shade on like another one of those brushes. It's just the ABH ones, just to see if there's like any pigment. Okay, so there's not really that much pigment with that shade. I don't know if it's going to perform better on the actual lid, but for me there was no I've got hair on my face. But for me it just didn't really work on the lower lash line, but I'm just going to leave it like that anyway. I now need a shade for my inner corner and brow bone. For that I think I'm going to stick to the Miami palette, and I'm going to take this pastel pink shade here. There's like the second lightest shimmer in both of the palettes. Now these are more chunky, so I don't know if they're going to work. We will see. Now specks of glitter did go flying, but it did work actually really nicely. So this is the eye look done. I'm going to hop off camera, put my lashes and mascara on, and then I'll be right back for my final thoughts. Right guys, so I'm back and this is the completed eye look. My lashes are actually these. It's in cute packaging. The lashes come from an Instagram page called makeupwithalixkate, and she actually messaged me and kindly asked if she could send me all of her lash styles to test out. I had no obligation to, of course, include them in a video or my Instagram, but I love helping out small businesses. So I have tried these lashes. These are actually the second pair I've tried. These are in the style Laila, I believe, and they're currently £4, so they're super cheap. And they are absolutely beautiful. They're so long and like wispy, and yeah, they're so beautiful. So if you could help out a small business, I definitely recommend checking out Makeup with Jilly's Instagram page. She does have two pairs that are currently limited edition as well, so definitely go and check out our page. I'll leave it linked down below. Thank you as well, Jilly, if you are watching this video, because I know she does watch my YouTube videos. And my mascara is the Collection Lash Surge Mascara, and my lips are the Revolution Roxy London Matte Liquid Lipstick. Right, let's finally discuss the palette. So I'm going to be honest, the only shade I actually struggled with today was that neon green shade. The shimmer from this palette definitely worked, the one that I used all on my lid. I just used my finger in the end to build up the pigment a little bit more, but I do find that with the more like creamy, like squishier shades. It's the same with the Revolution Tammy palette. Like, I don't mind that formula, it's just not my favourite, but you can definitely make it work by using like a flat synthetic brush. And then, I mean, I just wanted to build up more of the pigment, so that's why I went in with my finger. I like both of these palettes. I mean, I tried to use as many shades as I could, and I think I achieved that. I didn't use any of the shimmers from this palette because I just feel like they're not light enough. Like, they're all pretty dark shimmers, but I love the mattes. The mattes in these palettes are absolutely incredible, barring the green one. It just didn't have as much pigment as the other mattes. I am really impressed with the quality. Like, Lottie London is not a brand that I use a lot. I literally only have these palettes and the Live My Best Life palette. I don't have any other makeup from Lottie London, so I feel like I need to check them out more because their eyeshadow palette quality is absolutely stunning. I think for £5.95 these are super good quality. I think it would be worth picking both of them up if you are thinking about getting these. They are only £5.95, so they're really inexpensive. Both of them together are what, just under 12 quid? What a bargain. And they are pretty similar size to the Huda Beauty ones, not like the Revolution ones I recently tested. They're much bigger. These are more like the size of the Huda ones. Oh my god, they have names. The shades have names. How annoying. I could have been telling you the whole time. But the shades do have names. They're just on the back. Also, these are both cruelty-free and vegan. I will make sure I include that at the beginning of the video, but I didn't notice that before. So these are cruelty-free and vegan, and they're freaking good. Like, I really like these. Definitely festival vibes, even though we're not going to have any festivals this year. But these will be great for festivals like next year and stuff because they are absolutely gorgeous. I love the shimmers. I am going to recommend them to you guys. I've had such a successful week, haven't I? I haven't really played with any palettes that have been really bad. Like, I have genuinely liked every palette I've played with this week, so I'm very happy about that because obviously I've spent a lot of money recently and I will be spending a lot of money next week because I do get paid. I'm very excited. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Let me know down below what you think of these palettes. Did you pick them up? Because I know they've been out for a while, so some of you guys might have picked them up already. So yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below and I will see you in my next video. Bye.